6 o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order. All right, Mr. Martin, would you care to lead us in prayer?
Let us pray. Most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we just so humbly come before you once again this evening, Lord, and Lord, just ask your blessing upon our meeting, Lord, and Lord, your blessing upon our county, Lord. We just pray for all those that are sick, those that are afflicted, Lord, that you just be with them and comfort them, Lord. Lord, just watch over us all, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Ms. Kaiser, would you lead us in the pledge?
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. We got approval of the minutes. I think we can take all those at one time. It pleases the board.
If there's no question or no correction, I'll make a motion that we approve them.
Thank you, Ms. Willis.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Thacker. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes well. And approval of the agenda. Do we have any additions?
We do, Mr. Chair. Everyone should have an agenda addendum before you there. We had an item come up. Mr. Thacker received an email yesterday from VDM, Virginia Department of Emergency Management, needing our approval for a right of entry for storm debris removal on a couple of properties the county owns in the Sand Lake area. So we'd like to add that as item 7D.
Now we just need a motion to approve the agenda with the
You
addendum.
gonna move it to 7, did you say 7B?
7D.
D, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the addition.
Thank you, Mr. Thacker. We have a second?
I second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes well. Any opposed? Consent agenda. Do we have any exceptions on this?
Yes, sir. They should all be considered at one time, so.
We can accept all the consent agenda, A through I, at one time.
I make a motion that we approve all of the consent agenda.
I should have mentioned, I apologize. Will is running behind. He said for us to go ahead and start, and he would join us later in the meeting, so.
I don't reckon Jeremy's not here, is he?
No.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes well. Any opposed? Down to public comment. If anybody, Mr. Barton, would you do us the honors and read the...
Thank you, Mr. Chair. A period of time for public comment will be designated on the meeting agenda during which the public may comment on issues related to county business. The Dickinson County Board of Supervisors believes that the citizens of the county should be heard and that this is an acceptable format for receiving public comment. There shall be a time limit for each individual speaker of 3 minutes. A representative of a group may have up to 5 minutes to make a presentation. Speakers are not permitted to donate time to other speakers, and no speaker's time shall be extended except by unanimous consent of a 2/3 vote of the Board of Supervisors present. Prohibited conduct. Persons appearing before the board will not be allowed to campaign for public office, promote private business ventures, use profanity or vulgar language or gestures, use language which insults or demeans any person and or when directed at a public official or employee when not related to his or her official duties. However, citizens have the right to comment on the performance, conduct, and qualifications of public figures, make frivolous statements, interrupt other speakers, or engage in behavior that disrupts the meeting, engage in behavior that intimidates others, and address the board on issues that do not concern the services, policies, or affairs of the county.
Thank you, Mr. Barton. Now, if anybody would like to come up and state your name and address and make a public comment, and you can also call in at 276-333-0357. phone calls? I think we're pretty safe to close it.
Mr. Chairman Hall, I'd like to comment on our consent agenda. I read all of them, and it's unreal how much animal control, litter control, sheriff's department was this time. I mean, it was, our animal control is just
There's
covered up
definitely
right
been an
now.
increase in
Yeah,
there.
big
Yes.
increase.
Mhm.
The recovery court report, all that is
Very good
good. All the
information.
reports are real good this time. And you can tell that our people are working. I was amazed at how much litter control it already picked up.
Yeah, and that's a shame. That they have
And
to do
and there's
that.
places it's bad again that they just picked
They
up.
just picked up 83 and they're going back again. Well, they actually went back again Friday.
They picked up from four-way up to the church. Or
That's my vote.
it's 46 bags, I
Part of
believe it
the-
was. I mean, I think during the snow, people think they just throw it out more.
All right, anybody want to make a motion to close this out? We don't have no calls. I don't
No, sir.
think.
I make a motion we close public comment.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Takes us down to the Sheriff's Department grant request.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Sheriff's Department always does a good job in looking for grants and trying to, save money on things when equipment needs replaced. And of course, they've got a lot of older body worn cameras right now. Some of our officers are in the newer cameras. Richard, I think you've got one of the newer cameras now, and they do a very, very good job. It's for, the protection of our officers, the protection of the public, the citizens, but we need to get everyone in a good, reliable camera. Our old cameras have a lot of issues with them. A lot of them are going down. And they would like to apply for a grant for 18 new Motorola body-worn cameras for their officers. This would include, 1-year licensing, a 5-year accidental damage program, desktop chargers and docking stations for their cars. This is actually a 1-to-1 match, but Captain Elkins, he does a fantastic job when it comes to grants and doing these things. He was able to count a percentage of his salary and benefits as an in-kind match to this, which would reduce the county's cash match down to $7,302. And if awarded, the grant would be $23,281, so approximately right at a $30,000 grant. And of course, all of our different agencies know that if they're applying for a grant that requires a match before they can apply, they have to get the board's blessing on that because the board would have to commit to the match. So I'll try to answer any questions that anyone has on this. So.
How old is some of their cameras?
They're pretty old. They're
About
10
dated,
years
I'd
old,
say.
some of them are. So,
Yeah.
like older technology that's not really supported anymore. We can't get parts, and Jeremy's done a good job downstairs at, piecing old cameras together, try to keep them going. But anytime you have an incident, you want to make sure, for the officer's protection and the public, that you've got reliable footage of what was actually captured.
If there's no other question, I would make a motion that we allow them to apply for the grant. And we would do the match for them. Save us a lot of money.
It will. It's something that's definitely needed, so.
All right, we got a motion. We got a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Passes. Agreements, number 7, agreements. 2026 Cumberland Plateau Regional Waste Management Authority User Agreement.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Last month, if you'll recall, we approved our Cumberland Plateau Regional Waste Management Authority manpower agreement. Normally, we do both of these at the same time, the same month, but Mr. Edwards from the Waste Authority was waiting on their audit before he got the user agreement out. But the user agreement you have before you is no changes from the prior year. And this is something that we do every year, and it basically states that the county would send all of its solid waste to the authority system, which would be the transfer station. And then the authority agrees to accept it and properly manage the waste until it's safely disposed of in a landfill and be responsible for it getting there. So, again, no changes to this agreement. Ms. Sluss serves as board representative on this authority and does a good job. And is there anything you'd like to add, Ms. Sluss, to
Well,
this?
the only thing that changed was, it's on page 9 of the agreement about where that we would have the solid waste, the authority would have some extra money in case something went down to 3 months of operating. It's on page 9, number 6. So I think that's a good thing, because you never know when a piece of equipment's going down and you
Appreciate
need
you
to
pointing
have
that out. I
it.
wasn't aware there was a
That's
change.
the only
but
change there is.
This past year, the Waste Authority just recently returned like $1,700, I think, to each locality, which, it's always good to get money back. But then at the same time, if they have, like she said, a piece of equipment go down or something and it exceeds their budgeted funds, and they're going to have to look to the 3 counties to come up with the money to replace that. So, and that is standard. 3 months operating capital is pretty well industry standard in that.
Anybody want to make a motion to accept this agreement?
I'll make the motion to accept the agreement.
I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? It passes. 7B, USDA EWPP Grant Award Agreement.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If you recall, this is something that we tabled from last month, and we're bringing it back around. We've spoken with Wes Stanley. Mr. Hall and I have trying to get some more information on the work being done and our responsibilities and things, because, and he's trying to get us some answers at the state level right now. But with the agenda addition that we did for 7D, Mr. Thacker received an email yesterday from through VDM as far as they're doing some stream, they're removing some debris from streams as well from the storm. And we were concerned about overlapping work. Have these two agencies worked together and identified different areas? The area that they're asking for the county that we're going to look at here in a moment is 2 properties in Sand Lake that they're going to enter the waterway and remove some storm debris. So I feel like we still need, and I've asked for more time from USDA on this. We need some more time to consider this again to get everything documented, make sure that there's no overlap in the work that VDM is doing. Mr. Chair, do you have anything? You were on that call with me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of uncertainties here. I would recommend that we tabled that and give us a little bit more time, especially since we have some
The new
new
information.
information and some new people doing the cleanups. And like I said, you don't want to have overlapping sites. So I would just recommend that we table this and take it up at the next meeting. Or how could we do that if they can't? We didn't know the deadline on accepting this.
Right, and Wes, when we talked to him, he didn't really
He
know the
didn't know
deadline
either.
either. We asked if he could wait. The option would be we could, we do a special call meeting, or we could recess our meeting today and reconvene immediately before our public hearing on the 7th and take it up then. And if we don't have anything, then we would just reconvene and then adjourn our meeting if we don't have anything to take up on this, so.
So that's the two. Well, you got 3 options: accept it, table it, or recess the meeting.
Correct.
I'll make a motion, we recess the meeting at the end,
We'll do that at the end.
get some more information.
So we just kind of skip over this. We don't really have to do anything on this right now. We take that up because it's already on our agenda, so we'll recess instead of adjourn, and we can take that up on April 7th.
Everybody
We'll state
okay with
that.
that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we need a motion to that effect?
No, we'll just take care of that at the end.
Okay.
Instead of adjourn,
All
we'll
right.
recess, so. All right.
All right. 7C, the OAA Cooperative Agreement with Dickinson County Recovery.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is Dickinson County Recovery, of course, is a nonprofit located here in Dickinson County that's been here for a few years now, I guess. They have a 9-beds women's facility and a 9-beds men's facility. that work with people in recovery. Most of these people are receiving services from behavioral health, and they're trying to transition back into, work and back into their life and things. And Kaylee Deal is the director. She does a good job overseeing this program, but they have, past 2 years, they've received awards from Opioid Abatement Authority as far as providing funding for them. Before that, they received funding from VAR, Virginia Association of Recovery Residences. But last year, actually, past 2 years, you guys have approved $75,000 as far as the match. When they apply, Dickinson County Recovery and Russell County Recovery, two independent nonprofits, are doing a joint application to the Opioid Abatement Authority. And of course, Russell County, the county, would be fiscal agent. And of course, the county, Dickinson County, would go in with them to apply on behalf of these two agencies. And they're asking for $250,000 from the Opioid Abatement Authority to continue their programs, because the participants pay a user fee for being there. It's a minimal amount, and sometimes when they can't pay the fee, there's some indigent bed funding through the Department of Behavioral Health that they try to get to help cover costs. But with the services they provide in providing the homes and stuff, they incur a lot of costs, so they need additional funding to be sustainable. But with this, they're asking the county for a $75,000 match from the county's direct opioid abatement funds, and we have sufficient funds to do that. But through this process, like I said, they received last year's award in December. It was awarded to them, and so we still owe like the 75. We've not paid it from last year. We have to pay that, and then of course this award is going to be contingent upon them getting the grant. That would be our match with the grant to do that. So I'll try to answer any questions that anybody has on this, but most of y'all are familiar with the program where we've worked with them for several years now. So
If they're unsuccessful in getting the grant awarded, then we don't pay.
we don't. They didn't. They come back to you and ask for it or to do anything different. But this is all. It's a match with the grant from the state.
So we need a motion to go in with Russell County and let us and Russell County apply together,
Right,
correct?
there'd be two motions needed, actually, Ms. Wills. First motion would be for Dickinson County's participation in this opioid abatement grant with Russell County. And then secondly, or I guess they could be combined together, or secondly, or combined, that the county would contribute $75,000 from our direct opioid funds as a match to this grant application. Of course, that is contingent upon them being awarded, so.
I will make a motion that Dickinson County participates in the opiate abatement grant with Russell County. We'll do them separate.
I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
As well, any opposed? That one passed. We need a motion for the second part.
I make a motion that we contribute our $75,000 out of our opiate abatement settlement funds to Dickinson County Recovery as a match to this grant application.
Thank you.
And I'll second it.
Thank you. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well, any opposed?
And we need to state that our opiate funds can only be used for certain things, and
Correct, they can, and it has to be, with this, when we first awarded, the first time we reached out to the state with Cindy Newman, the representative at the Opioid Abatement Authority, to make sure that was an eligible use of the funds, because they're limited. It has to be directly for addressing the opioid crisis as far as to help with that, so.
but we need to
And we
state
keep
it's
them in a
not coming
separate
out of our
fund.
general fund.
Correct, it's not coming out of our general fund, it's a separate pot of money that can only be used for items like this, so. And it was given to us through the lawsuit, Dickinson County participated. We'll be taking up an item on that here in just a moment here, but there's been several of these opioid lawsuits, and we've participated in, and thanks to Bud Phillips's work, during his time at the
Right.
county here, helping us get in that, so.
Yeah, we have sufficient funds to
We
to
do.
participate in
Yes.
programs like this. They're
And it's very needed.
very needed, yes. All right, down to number 8, resolutions.
No, we got D.
Oh,
Then
Did I skip it?
Donation.
D, when he added.
VDEM.
video. Thank you, Ms. Luss.
Mr. Chair, on the added item, this is Virginia Department of Emergency Management. They're asking for a right of entry agreement for storm debris removal. Joe Costello reached out to Richard yesterday, two properties, 2310 Sand Lake Road and 2288 Sand Lake Road, are county-owned properties through the project with the Corps of Engineers and things. And what we'd be doing, there's the attached agreement to that you would sign, giving them permission to go on the property and access the stream to remove that debris from the stream, so.
The second address is actually 2280.
Correct, it is
That was
2280, thank
yeah.
you for that. And I had called Mr. Costello today to verify that with him. I just copied and pasted his email when I did the thing, the 2288, so. Brendan worked with Emily today, Chris, at the Commissioner's office and verifying that, so.
Yeah, sometimes our parcels are a challenge.
We need a motion to
We do, to approve those.
approve those right of entry.
Yes, sir.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Now that one passed. Now we're on to number 8. Resolution. Resolution for the abandonment of Virginia structure number 9001.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Back in January, John Bowling with VDOT contacted me about abandoning a footbridge from their secondary system of highways. This bridge was dismantled back in 2021 due to flooding, and it was on Route 605 Murphy Road in the B area. And the footbridge only access property now currently owned by the Nature Conservancy. VDOT has already reached out to the only property owner, Nature Conservancy, who had no issue with the proposed abandonment. And so part of the process, Ms. Robinson's worked on the county's behalf. We had to post something in the newspaper, and then we had to post something on the courthouse door and things about anybody that had any concerns with that. We've received no concern with that. So there's an attached resolution to this provided to us by VDOT to abandon this structure from their secondary system of highways. If anybody has any questions, I'll try to answer those.
Bridge is no longer there.
No longer
No
there,
plans
no
to
longer in
rebuild.
service. There's no plans to put it back because nobody's really using that for access now. So the Nature Conservancy owns the land on the other side, and there's still secondary access that they can get to it. So
Are there a cemetery on the other side of that?
I'm not aware of one. Nobody's ever pointed that out.
If there's a cemetery there, they need access.
Yeah.
No?
There's a secondary access.
Oh, there's a secondary?
That's what they said, there's
Oh, okay.
secondary.
Okay.
Yeah, there is access to the property. We
Well, I
just-
make a motion that we pass the resolution to abandon the footbridge.
Bill?
Structure 9001.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Uh,
Aye as well. Any opposed? Eight B, resolution opposing mandatory collective bargaining legislation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Some background on this, both the House and Senate have passed legislation that would establish mandatory collective bargaining at the state and local level. With this, we were, Dean Lynch, the Executive Director of Virginia Association of Counties, had reached out to us with the attached resolution to your, in your board packet here, asking that each county consider, place this on their agenda and consider passing that to show opposition to this legislation, as it brings additional costs and burden at the local level. And, you know, Ms. Robinson had checked, and, you know, Senator Pillion, Delegate Moorfield, and Delegate Kilgore, all three of our representatives had voted nay. They opposed this legislation that was passed. So VACO is asking us, because of the additional burden put on the locality, that we consider passing this resolution, so. There's currently a local option for collective bargaining, and it would be putting in a
Mandatory.
mandated state level, which would require resources at our level to devote to that, so.
Excuse me.
Yes.
So it's already passed the General Assembly.
Yes, it went to that's what I say, it's a little late, it seems.
You're a little
but,
late, I don't know
They're
why
asking,
we.
they're asking us to pass this and send a
Sorta.
copy to the governor's office, is what Virginia Association of Counties has asked all counties to do, so.
Did I read that she's going to sign it in August if she either rejects it or whatever? It's August.
I've not seen the date as far as when she would do that, so.
For some reason, I read August. And I'm not sure on that.
It's in her hands now, like I said, it's passed House and Senate, so, you know, more than likely it'll probably be signed, but.
If that passes, what would that do, Larry, to?
Well, we would get, you know, further instruction from the state as far as what we're required to do, but it would require us to put certain efforts in place if the employees wanted to unionize. It would be at a state level unionization instead of at the local level. So there's a local option right now that employees could do and go through, but it would be a state level and state mandated process that would go through.
So we would need a motion to accept this
If you choose,
resolution, if
yeah, if you choose to do so.
anybody wants to do that, or
Well, we participate in VACO,
we do.
and VACO's one recommending
So
that we
sent the email
pass this.
send us the resolution and recommend that we do it, so.
Yeah, so I'll make the motion that we pass the resolution to making it mandatory collective bargaining.
Opposing it.
Opposing it, yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Got a motion to accept this resolution opposing mandatory
Well, won't do
collective
any
bargaining.
good, but we can do that.
We have a second?
I'll second
You. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Pass.
So you're saying rather than go through the county, the one we have in county, now we'll have to, if it passes,
Right, it would take away that local option. There's a local option
and then
available
you'd have
now.
to go
that-
through the state to do it.
Correct.
They'll mandatory,
As far as how the process
okay.
works and what resources we have to devote to, as far as like staffing, how we have to structure it, so.
all right, down to number 9, the National Opioids 6 Remittent Defendants Settlement Participation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is something that was received last week, of course, as we mentioned earlier, talking about our opioid abatement funds, which came as a result of the Virginia opioid lawsuit. There's been several defendants, you know, and it kind of keeps going, if you recall, you know, and over the recent years, we've come back and added, you know, they've added Kroger, they've added different things, but there's 6 remnants, they're calling, so this should wrap everything up. It's Associated Pharmacies, J.M. Smith Corporation, Louisiana Wholesale Drug Company, Morris and Dixon Company, and North Carolina Mutual Wholesale Drug Company, and United Natural Foods. And of course, in order to participate in this settlement, we must complete and return the attached combined subdivision participant and release form by May 4th. So that's included in your packet for your review, and Mr. Sturgill has reviewed that, and I think you recommended that we.
I have, and I recommend that we move forward with adopting this to be able to move forward. In looking at it, there's 6 additional defendants that's listed. As far as money from these defendants, I don't think it'll be the type of money that we've looked at in the past from the bigger companies. However, with that it's certainly money coming back to the county. And so if we don't participate in it, we wouldn't get the money. So I definitely recommend moving forward.
There's no cost involved.
No cost
in
for
moving
anything,
forward,
no.
so.
I'll make a motion that the county's participation in the National Opioid 6 Remnant Defendant Settlement and give the county administrator the authority to execute the combined subdivision participation and release form.
Thank you.
Thank you. Second,
Second. I'm sorry.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed?
Sure.
Number 10, petition for election, Commonwealth Attorney.
And on this, as of April the 1st, there will be a vacancy in the Commonwealth Attorney's office for Commonwealth Attorney. In order to fill that position, a petition for an election has to come forth, and then an order from the judge in order to set the election on the appropriate date. Due to our population, the election would be set at the next general election.
Be November 3rd,
So November 3rd. But once the position's vacant, according to code, we've got 15 days in order to submit the petition. And where we're not going to have another meeting prior to that, we wanted to go ahead and get it approved because in the statute it says that approval from the governing body for the petition. And so we're asking for your all's approval to move forward on the petition for election for Commonwealth Attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Sturge.
I'll make the motion for the county attorney to petition the circuit court to issue a writ of election to fill the vacancy of Commonwealth's attorney.
We have a second?
I'll
Second.
second.
Go ahead, Ron.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? And that one passes.
That's fast.
Number 11, proposed meeting.
Are we down to that
We're
already?
down to that already.
We usually let Ms. Kaiser take the honors on that.
I will make a motion that we go into closed meeting pursuant to the Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A, 1 and 8, A, Personnel 1, I, all departments including solid waste, B, consultation with legal counsel, 8, I, Pacific Legal Matters.
Have a second?
Second.
Well, okay.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? We are now in closed session.
I make a motion that whereas the Dickinson County Board of Supervisors has convened a closed meeting on this date pursuant to an affirmative recorded vote and in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, and whereas 2.2-3712 of the Code of Virginia requires a certification by the Dickinson County Board of Supervisors that a closed meeting was conducted in conformity with Virginia law. Now therefore be it resolved that the Dickinson County Board of Supervisors hereby certify that to the best of each member's knowledge, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law were discussed in the closed meeting to which this certification resolution applies, and only such public business matters as identified in the motion convening the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered by the Dickinson County Board of Supervisors.
All right, we got a motion to come out of close by Ms. Kaiser. We need a second.
I second it.
Thank you. We'll do roll call on this.
Yep.
Ms. Kaiser,
Aye.
Ms. Sluss,
Aye.
Ms. Willis,
Aye.
Mr. Thacker,
Aye.
I as well. Do we have any motions coming out of close?
I would like to make a motion that we approve the right of entry permit for Savage Infrastructure contingent upon county administration discussions with DEQ and county attorney review.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Motion passes. Any other motions coming out?
I will make a motion to approve the hiring committee's recommendation for the solid waste position.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye as well. Any opposed? Motion passes. Any other ones? I think that was it. All right, down to supervisor comments. Ms. Kaiser, would you like to go first tonight?
I just think our crowd was off tonight, but I do think the ones that did come out, we do have a guy from my district, Larry Deal, that is so faithful to come every month. Never has a comment, very seldom, but he's good to show up, and I appreciate that. Just thank for all of you all, everything, how we work together and try to discuss stuff to come up with the best reasonable options to run this county. School's gonna be winding down, SOLs is gonna start happening here in probably another month or so. Little League, ball games, everything is starting. Just wish everybody the best of luck and everything goes good. Happy Easter, everybody get out for sunrise service. If you don't go to church regular, consider going for the resurrection service of Jesus on Easter Sunday morning.
Peggy has to work that day.
Yeah, I have to work Easter Sunday breakfast.
Ms. Luss?
I agree with what Peggy said, and I wish everybody a happy Easter, and like her, I really do encourage people to. Easter is mentioned in the Bible, not Christmas, but Easter is mentioned in the Bible. But nevertheless, I thank all my fellow board members, and we've had a very productive meeting. God bless all of you.
Bless you.
Ms. Willis?
Bless you.
I usually don't have much on comment, but I like to wish everybody happy Easter also. And I'd like to wish all of our Ridgeview softball, baseball teams, and all our competitive things that go on. Ridgeview track is going on. And I like to wish them a safe season. And I follow one. Now I've got 3 playing softball.
Wow.
Softball's my passion. But now I've got 3.
You gonna be busy.
I'm gonna be busy, but we've not been able to go, so, but we are going. But I like to thank my board members too. Everybody gets along real well. It makes your job more pleasant when everybody gets along. Thank Larry for what he does, always. And Mr. Sturgill, thank you for your good advice. Good legal advice sometimes that we need.
Yep.
And Brian, or Brian,
Brenna.
Brenna, thank you also. And Adam for what he does for us. Adam's behind us and I always forget him.
Not tonight. Mr. Thacker?
Yeah, I want to wish everyone a happy Easter as well. I want to thank all of our staff here at the board office. We're very fortunate we're not facing some terrible decisions that some of our neighboring counties are facing. And I think a lot of that in part is due to our county administrator and his diligent work on our budget and
Yes.
keeping things in line, and all the board members and staying within budget every year so far. And I hope we can continue to prosper and grow and do well in the county. That's all I have.
And I will say happy Easter as well. And spring is right here at us, so
It's already
looking
started.
forward to that. And I would like to recognize all my board members here too. This is a good group, I think. We make some hard decisions, but good decisions, and you
Tough
know,
decisions sometimes.
our administrator is top notch. His staff, really all of our all county offices are doing really well right now, it seems like. So we appreciate all of our employees and stuff, so. God bless and have a great week.
I make a motion that we recess until April the 7th. At what time?
Let's do,
10, isn't it?
5:45.
Oh, it's of an evening. It's 5:45.
Yeah, we meet at 6, so we can do 5:45, so.
Okay. Make a motion, we
I didn't
recess
bring
our
my phone
meeting
in.
until 5:45 on April the 7th.
You have to send me out a note. April the 7th. All right, in my phone. I think it's already in my phone.
5:45? We're
Yeah,
supposed to set
15
the
to
rate
6.
during it.
We got a motion to recess until April 7th at 5:45.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye as well, any opposed? We are in recess.